I have to do many style, many kind.
Can I see also that one that is...
This one?
Yeah.
And how about this one? How about this one too?
Nó bán lẻ ra nó bán 35 đồng, của bán wholesale cho nó có 24 đồng á.
My name Kung Wong. The first name C-U-N-G and the last name V-U-O-N-G. I born in Vietnam and I grow up in there about 20 years. And first I get the elementary school, and then middle school and the high school, and I get the university at Saigon. 1971, I meet my wife, and then we go together about 1 year. We make married, but after that, that time Vietnam is a war country, so I make the school. So I avoided the war outside.
Every morning, it bothers him if we're not going there on time. He puts so much pressure on himself to go to the store, even knowing that there's no business. But it's always like, what if we were there an hour earlier and someone was going to buy a whole lot? We shouldn't miss that chance because everyone else is coming earlier. So why shouldn't we? I mean, I remember sometimes we were home and we wouldn't see them until 8 o'clock at night because they had to make deliveries. And
he was pretty busy, so he's really there's a lot of times that we wouldn't see him except when he'd come home from work, and then even then he'd be really tired. His role was primarily caretaker, all of the basic essentials that we need, food, housing, money, then he took care of that. Other responsibilities to us, he didn't really have too much time for that.
I mean, I'm sure parents always have, their kids' best interest, but my dad just works. It's all he really knows. Sometimes when I see other Asian American parents and how their dads express their love for them, I guess, I just wish that my dad would do that too.
1975, that the Thai did South Vietnam fall down. They collapsed by the Viet Cong. The living very hard, and the people all controlled by them. So no school, no food, nothing. If you sick, you must die. That no future. Over the several years we lived with the communists. We very scared, and we hope if the future we must get out of them and go to freedom the country. So we decide to United States, no another country. We must use the fishing boat escape out of Vietnam first. If lucky, you not happen anything for you. If not lucky, maybe they kill you, or maybe the fishing boat have the problem on the sea. That time we only hope we go out of Vietnam first. The danger we not thinking. We know have the danger, but no way, we no choice.
They were, from what I know, they were on a boat trying to escape from Vietnam, and they kind of got lost, and a lot of people died. And then luckily, they were picked up by some Taiwanese boats, and then the U.S. government allowed them to immigrate here.
When I came here, I was probably like 3 or 4 months old. All I remember really is when we didn't have any furniture, we were living on food stamps. My first American meal, I guess, is we had hot dogs. That's all we could afford was hot dogs, and then there was rice. No furniture, so we sat on the floor.
My parents don't talk too much about that, but from what I know, it was really hard because they lost all their possessions. They had no money, couldn't speak the language, and at that time there wasn't a real like Vietnamese Chinese community, so they were basically alone.
After that, we learn cosmetology for haircut, for make the hair cosmetology. You do the hair for customers. Sometimes whole day, nobody coming. So I think I don't want it. I make business better. I'm looking for at downtown Los Angeles some importer. We get the merchandise with them and we do business.
It was in a little shop in the same building, United Wholesale Mart. And we had like seasonal items. Like it started with little toys and ponytails, and then I forget how they came across these tiaras. But it was a good sale like in the last 15 years.
He's sold various things, but I would say the bread and butter would be imitation jewelry.
Coi cái này bớt buồn hả?
Cứ ngồi hoài buồn ngủ.
Tiên cái bệnh nhân mà đó.
Đây bác, gì nữa? Costco cái đang sale tả đó bác.
Đó, bị ngay chắc chén đó.
Dạ.
Cái này người ta rung tự nhiên má.
Cười chết.
Tôi dặn mấy ông rồi. Cỡ tuổi ông á, mà thả về Việt Nam là bào dữ dội lắm. Cái gì cũng tạp hết trơn. Giờ Việt Nam nó không giữ được xương.
I have to say, if it weren't for the store, then we wouldn't have what we have today. So my parents worked hard all their lives. I don't blame them for not being the greatest parent. When I come home, I realize that, the time that I have with my parents is like precious.
Right now, all the son and the daughter, they all grow up and they get to school, they have the job. So now very, very happy for my right now the living in here. So now we don't worry everything.